we have multiple shocking Pittsburgh Penguins updates. Erik Karlsson is injured. We have some updates from him, Dan Muse, and of course an update from Brian Rust, who is looking to be back with the team in tonight's huge game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we'll be talking about all that and more on today's episode of Penguins Digest. Hope everyone is having a great day, great time whenever you guys are getting the chance to listen to this. The Penguins, they are looking to come off a tough weekend and bounce back with a win against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but they are going to be in tough without Erik Karlsson, who looks to be out for the next couple weeks here. It'll be the first time, surprisingly, since he's been traded from the Penguins that he will miss games with the team. So I believe I saw it was 203 games in a row. So we're going to get into that and more on today's episode of the channel. But first things first, let's give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is Kalshi, which is the largest prediction market in the U.S. The video is obviously brought to you by Kalshi. When you download Kalshi using the link below and enter our partner code DIGESTNHL, you'll get $20 when you trade your first $100 on their platform. You can trade yes or no on real-life events, sports, elections, news, pretty much anything, whether you're in California, Texas, or right in Pittsburgh, or anywhere else across the United States. Kalshi is live in all 50 states. For sports fans, trade on game outcomes, playoff chances, or player performances, all in a regulated market where you can cash out at any time. So if you want to take specifically a look at the Pittsburgh Penguins, looking at tonight's game, if you were to trade or buy yes at the Penguins on winning today's game against the Tampa Bay Lightning, which they have a 44% chance of winning compared to the Lightning's 56% chances, and this was looked at after Erik Karlsson's injury, you can get $46 back on the trade you made. So, make a little bit of money there. But I think this is at the end of the day, it's one game. It's not a bad look. And also, maybe you want to, hedge a little bit. Put your money on the Lightning, because if the Penguins lose, you'll still be happy. I know a lot of people do that, so that is super interesting to look at. So I don't hate that for either side, to be honest with you. But at the end of the day, Kalshi is a genuinely smarter way to use your sports or news knowledge, and you can close positions whenever you want. Download Kalshi with the link in the description, and don't forget to use the code DIGESTNHL to get your $20 bonus. And thank you once again to Kalshi for sponsoring the video. Alright, so obviously the biggest news of the day was Erik Karlsson is out for 2 weeks here. That was announced earlier today. We also had Raphael Harvey-Pinard, who was sent down. He didn't even get any minutes with the team. And then Tristan Brose was actually called up, so that's super exciting. And then Ryan Graves was also called up. Ryan Graves has been up and down with the team a lot, and he never gets claimed on waivers because he makes too much money. So that is interesting. I don't hate the Tristan Brose call-up at all. I think it's actually a really good call-up. I've been a pretty big fan of him since, getting to know him in the past year-ish with the Penguins. Again, a center, 6 feet 205, not small at all. And this year with the AHL Penguins and Wilkes-Barre Scranton, he has been pretty solid with 24 points in 33 games. So again, not too bad for an AHL player. Again, sort of a little bit of promise. I think he's more of like a bottom six scorer if he does, reach his ceiling, but just a different look for the Penguins. I think he's someone you want to play over Kevin Hayes, because Kevin Hayes, he's kind of slow. He's not a very fast player, so maybe he has a little bit more foot speed because he's younger and hasn't been as injured as much as Kevin Hayes has been. And also the Penguins did hire a new assistant coach, and funnily enough, I was going through the comments on that post, and they all were, I hope this guy is here to make Kevin Hayes faster. So I hope Kevin Hayes, I know a lot of Penguins fans don't love Kevin Hayes, and I haven't really liked him either. I don't think he's been that good, and it was interesting to me that they sent down Koivunen to give Hayes more minutes, but now you have Brose called up, so hopefully he will get more ice time than Kevin Hayes does, of course. I think that will be the move for the Penguins going forward. And obviously, with Erik Karlsson going down, the Penguins are going to have a huge hole offensively on their defense. He has been absolutely elite since Dan Muse came in. He was not very good with someone like Mike Sullivan. It didn't work. But ever since Dan Muse came in, he's looked amazing. He has 33 points, 4 goals in 44 games. He's been great on that first power play. He's found some, honestly, it feels like some newfound chemistry with a guy like Sidney Crosby. So it's really unfortunate that they're going to be down 2 weeks without him. After just coming off, a 2-game stretch where they didn't score any goals, and Erik Karlsson obviously contributes to goal scoring with his elite playmaking, and obviously this is what Josh Yohe kind of said about that. I kind of echo the sentiment as well. The Penguins are going to play multiple weeks without the injured Erik Karlsson. This is a real problem. He's been exceptional most of the season, Kris Letang, who has struggled a bit, will presumably take on a bigger role. Tons of pressure on him. And guys, as much as I love Kris Letang and all us Penguins fans do, he hasn't been good this season. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it for you guys. I haven't loved the way Kris Letang's played all most of the year. I've seen the same sentiment over socials as well, that people have not loved Kris Letang's game. Of course, we love and respect Kris Letang for everything he's done with the Penguins, but it gets to a point, right? So I think it's going to be super interesting to see how Kris Letang can do with the extended minutes, the extended power play time, the tougher matchups, and we'll see if he's still, what he used to be. But the way he's been playing, this is pretty scary for Pittsburgh, if you do ask me. Another little wrinkle with the defense is hopefully Caleb Jones will be back soon. I mentioned this in yesterday's video. He's down with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins as well for a conditional loan. So a depth defenseman can maybe make his way back. Still a solid player, but obviously won't really help with Erik Karlsson being gone. But another body that can play solid NHL minutes. And another wrinkle I wanted to touch on with Erik Karlsson was he has been mentioned in some trade rumors. This is from Nick Kypreos yesterday afternoon. He said, first things first, Crosby not going anywhere. We know that. Crosby is obviously staying with the team. And Erik Karlsson's contract, $10 million, is in all probability will handcuff Kyle Dubas and trading him. And if Erik Karlsson was going to be potentially on the move, that's even less likely now because he's injured. He's a guy who's kind of known for being injury prone despite not being that injured the past 3-ish seasons. He's kind of, maybe shake that status, but he does have a lot of injury history. Obviously, his legs and his ankles aren't what they used to be, but still an elite offensive player, an elite offensive mind. So Erik Karlsson, we'll see if there's any follow-up with that eventually, but it will be interesting to see what's going on there. And Bryan Rust is back. So that's some good news for Pittsburgh on the other end of things. The 2 games they didn't have without him, they could not score a goal. So it'll be nice to have Bryan Rust back. And he is going back up with that first line with Crosby. I still am unsure what Dan Muse is trying to go for with these lines. Malkin should just play center. Like, I see what they're trying to do with him at wing, but just play him at center, man. And then do Malkin, Mantha, Brazeau. They haven't put that line back together despite it being elite when they were together, when Malkin came back from injury. So I don't know why you wouldn't just roll that back, especially with your lack of goal scoring. I guess then you could do Kindle, Novak, and Chinikov. I think that's a solid line. And obviously the fourth line remains with Brazer. Braz, I think it's Braz. Is it Braz or Bros? I gotta look that up. That's my fault. But yeah, he's there too. And then obviously Kulak, Letang. This defense with Sans, Erik Karlsson is very, very scary. I'm worried about what the Tampa Bay Lightning's offense could do to a weak defense like this with Kulak, Letang as your first pair, Patrick Wotherspoon and Jack St. Ivany on the second pair. It's not good. And then Ryan Shea and Connor Clifton on the third pair. It's bad. And then the first power play unit's fine, but then you have Brett Kulak on your second pair. I don't know, guys. It's quite scary, but it's nice that Bryan Rust is coming back to the game. And Artur Shilovs will also be in net tonight. We'll see how that goes with the Penguins. And of course, as I said earlier in the video from Kalshi, they have a 44% chance of winning that game. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of the Erik Karlsson injury, how it impacts the team, and of course, yeah, it should be interesting to see if the Penguins can get that win against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who I believe have won, I think, 10 in a row or something like that. So they're going to be in tough, and we'll see what they can do. But hopefully this does not super badly impact their season. But I think Erik Karlsson going down, combined with Bryan Rust just being out, it could be a recipe for disaster. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments. And, of course, hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out for now.